Welcome to the Southeast Iowa JBS Sports Center. You know, we look around here today, and everyone here helped play a role in this, and I know there's several people that isn't here that help contribute, but I think everyone around here, the board back here behind me, I think everyone needs to give yourself a round of applause, not just monetarily, but being out in the public and talking to people around our community and helping to promote this great facility. Thank you guys. So 7 years ago, well, maybe not the 4 but 7 years ago, this project started very prematurely with TJ Heller coming in to the Board of Supervisors office asking for a donation to do a study. And the board at that time thought it was in our best interest to go ahead with that study, so we funded the whole thing with it, and out of that spurred what you see behind us here today. So we started seven short years ago in the fundraising process, and JBS was our first, where's Zine at? Yeah, our first money in, if you will, the naming rights of the facility, and that kicking it off right off the bat really kind of put us at a place where we thought this could become a reality. We went through minor things like COVID and different obstacles that at times we didn't know if it was really ever going to happen. But every time we got to that point, every time there was about that time that, hey, we're going to have to pull the plug, it really felt like someone else stepped up, whether it was the Legacy Foundation, where at that time presented us with their biggest give to date of 2.5. Did you do 2.0? Just 2. Worth a shot. Their $2 million gift really helped push us over the top. But the partners with the school district, the city of Ottumwa, local businesses here, when you go in and you look at this facility, you look at the things on the walls, you look at the naming rights on the courts, the turf area, the board listing all the donors, everyone from a $50 donation to $100,000 or more donation. We couldn't have done it without any of that. So I'm going to stop yapping here with it. We're going to get moving. Everyone can get in and see the facility, but I'd like to invite Zena from JBS up here to say a few words about the facility. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. We're finally here. I am so excited. It has been a very long journey, but it's been great. The board, I cannot even express all the hard work that they have done throughout the years to raise money for this and continue to be a part of it. I am definitely the least qualified on this board to be on it, but I appreciate all of the help and support from them. JBS is so proud to be part of things in the community, and this being a spot that our employees can go to and enjoy with their families is great. Soccer is very important to our community, and so I'm glad to see that this is going to be an option year-round for them. So thank everybody so much. Everybody that donated, helped, has participated in any way, and this is just another thing to bring Ottumwa's pride back.
Yeah.
Woo. Thank you, Zena. You know, as I talked about different obstacles and different things that came up, and we mentioned COVID with stuff, I don't think we have anyone from the county here today, but I definitely want to thank the Board of Supervisors. Going back to about 2021, I was in my office up there, and Jerry Parker yelled over and said, hey, I think we found a good chunk of money for your sports facility. And what became known as ARPA funds, the county invested $2.5 million of that money into this facility. When we did that and we looked at things, we wanted that money coming. It was one-time money. We wanted it to be something that really, truly made a difference, like the fiber in the county, and again, the facility that hopefully we get to enjoy for many years to come here. So a big thanks to Supervisors Parker and Hewitt, Supervisors Batterson and Ziegler currently that helped continue and stood behind this project. So big thank you to the county as well. And I've told this story before. I had a meeting with a local group, and we really thought we got this money locked down. the meeting didn't quite go the way I planned with it, and when you've done any of this stuff, there's times you really think, this is it. And that was another one of those plug-pulling times. And I was going down the street, turned on to Elmdale, my phone rang, and it was Hans. Anyone that don't know him, he owns a flower shop, may do some other stuff, not real sure. But so Hans had called, he said, hey, he said, we had put in, Holly, had put in for a grant, and another one that we thought we hit all the parameters with it, and it didn't go through. But Hans called that day and he says, hey, he says, I got your money. And I had to pull into what was the North Hy-Vee parking lot because I about started crying. So I'd like to have Hans come up and say a few words and kind of the path with that. So a $2.5 million grant from the state of Iowa.
Thank you, Brian. There's one word that comes to mind when I see people like this, people like you all, and people of Ottumwa. It's called resilience. We just don't seem to ever give up, and that's what I love about this town. To Brian's story, I was sitting at the Capitol and I talked to the governor about what we were trying to do down here, and I caught her ear. I didn't know if it really mattered or not, but I thought I should try. I was in a meeting and my phone went off, and it was the governor, but it was a meeting I was in, so I respectfully did not answer the call. And then I got a text. It was from the governor. I respectfully did not return the text. And Austin Harris, my counterpart over in Appalachia County, goes, Hans, you should probably return that text or that call. So I did. I called her back and I said, Gov, I'm in a meeting. She goes, I got your money. And I'm like, did I lose my wallet? She goes, no, that Destination Iowa money, we're going to reopen that because this project in Ottumwa, Iowa needs to happen. And it was the best phone call I thought I could ever get until I made the phone call to Brian Morgan. And Brian Morgan, as you heard, I was emotional. He was definitely emotional. It seems like when you do projects like this, they always seem to move the finish line. And it's harder to get to the end. It's hard to get to that finish line. But because of the resilience of people like this on the board and you folks out here and the sponsors we have inside here, we are at the finish line. And now we can celebrate, get on the podium, because Ottumwa is resilient. The state supports what we're doing, and the governor sends her best wishes because she stood right out there where those gentlemen with those helmets are at. She put a shovel in the ground with Brian and everybody else when she was down in Ottumwa. I'm just telling you right now, I didn't know if I was going to like my job at the State House, but that day, I loved it. And I hope there's a lot more days like that for Ottumwa because we are putting Ottumwa on the map by the good things that we're doing, be it our high school, be it our centers like this, be it Gateway Drive, be it Gateway School. We are going to be the model for what an Iowa town should be. Yeah. I believe that. And when I say that, like Mike McGrory, if you're here, he goes, I don't know if I like your new term, but here's what I tell everybody at the State House and every meeting I go to. If you can do it in Ottumwa, Iowa, you can do it anywhere. God bless you guys for doing this. Thanks for letting me come down. Let's go and play some soccer.
Thank you, Hans. And again, up here, I'd like to introduce our board. It's turned over a couple times, a few new people. A few of us, I think, have been here kind of since the beginning with it. But I really want to give credit where credit's due with things. And I know she gets all upset about this, but there's so much stuff that goes on around our community for people like Holly Berg that maybe sometimes don't get the credit they deserve. What you see happening downtown and her heart that she puts into those things, just what Hans said here, I can't thank her enough for getting us to this point. I don't want to look at her. But again, Holly and Blair, kicking me in the butt a few times on some different things, kicking us all in the butt. I'm stuck. Gary with Pinnacle, he's been kicked in the butt by him, same way. So, Holly, thank you very much, not just for this, but for everything else you do in our community. I talked a lot about synergy when I talked about this project, and it's a synergy of downtown, and it's a synergy of coming over the bridge, and the Market Street Landing project, the Legacy's starting to kick off, and the soccer fields that are in construction right across the street, and the plans that we got going on in the park and down Church Street. and new businesses coming to town in our downtown area. Just to echo what Hans has said, we're growing, we're not dead. And it gets tough sometimes. And you hear the bickering, and please just stay off Facebook, don't argue. But at the end of the day, we're in a good place. And it's these projects, it's the things this Legacy's done, it's the folks around this community, it's the community first credit unions, it's the South Ottumwa Savings Banks, it's the Wingers, it's the small businesses, and it's the people in town that care and have the heart that helped get us to this day. I'd like to thank all you guys for being here today. I'm going to turn it over for closing remarks, final things to our new GM here at the Sports Center, David Decker. He's probably ready to go home and take a nap after the last couple weeks, but I think we got a long way to go. We're still in the process of hiring, and hey, we're still in the process of raising money. This is a nonprofit. We'll take it today, tomorrow, next week. But thank you all for being here. David, where's David at?
Thanks, Brian. Like you said, my name's David. I am the GM of this building. I want to say thank you to the city, the county, JBS, Legacy, all the other donors, private donors. Without you, this is not a reality. Right now, it's a reality, and we should all be thankful for that. My team and staff are going to do whatever we can to provide the best environment for the kids, not just this community, but other communities, and give them a place where they can call home. Sorry, I have a whole list of things I need to say. All right, but without further ado, I want you guys in this facility, and big thanks to Brian and Holly. Without their push, this is not happening today. So I want to give them one more round of applause, as well as the rest of these board members for doing an outstanding job getting this all up. So without further ado, welcome to the Southeast Iowa Sports Center, and enjoy the refreshments we have inside. Thank you.
So we have one more thing. Y'all came here for a ribbon cutting, right?
Yeah!
All right, so.
On the count of three, we're gonna cut that ribbon. 1, 2, 3, cut the ribbon!
Much time. The Greater Ottumwa Partners in Progress ambassadors would like to present you with your first dollar of clear profit. Wish you lifetime of success in Ottumwa. So thank you. And one thing we always like to say, what is it, guys? When in doubt.
Case of emergencies.
Case of emergencies. Break
the glass.
All right.